a decision sometime soon. Unfortunately, it's probably going to be one that comes through a courtroom again. Yeah. They're getting opposition from our near neighbours, but look, we have to live. We've lived with that since 1704, really, haven't we? So, I mean, they haven't suddenly gone away. They're going to oppose us on everything, which is unfortunate. But hopefully, sport will come through. Like you say, though, there's some fantastic. They play beach rugby now. There's a big circuit on and around the area because there's plenty of beaches around where Tarifa and they play up the coast and what have you. So it's fantastic that we got all that, and I really think that they deserve that, getting to Europe. And like you say, that result was a brilliant result.
Yeah, hockey, still the two teams leading things domestically, and when they come together and play as Gibraltar, they do well as well. So things are looking up for hockey.
Yeah, I mean locally, they've had a downturn. I think the plus has been the under-21s did extremely well in European competition recently. The boys, the girls had a tournament here where they came runners-up. They were supposed to have a European tournament here. The girls came runners-up in the tournament here against some very, very strong teams from around the area. The boys went away, the under-21s had a fantastic tournament. Under-18s have done well, so that shows that the development is there. It's a shame that when we get to the senior level, we really only have got Eagles and Grammarians in the men's and Eagles and Hawks in the ladies. But
again, even between them, the standard's still very, very high.
The standard is very, very high, and like you say, when they come together, the women are preparing to go to European competition imminently, and the men are playing in Portugal in September in the World League, and what a fantastic opportunity that is, because last time out Gibraltar beat Italy, beat Morocco, played against Scotland, who were in the Commonwealth Games recently and did extremely well. They did extremely well at that level, and when we come together as a team, the skill level is there, the enthusiasm is there, and they're not far away from pushing on and taking a real big scale. I mean, it would be fantastic if they can qualify through the group and go to the next to the World League, which would be a real big plus in hockey's cap. But it's the development once again that is really dragging them over the line.
Yep. Talking about cricket, what kind of a season has the GCA had? The women are in Berlin at the moment. I think they might be coming back now, and they've done fairly well as well. So women's cricket is definitely kicking on. Can the same be said of the men?
I'd say that they would take a B- away from the tournament they played. They played in the UK in the European Championships. They didn't do as well as they expected. They had potential to win the tournament, but then again the favourites of the tournament got relegated. Germany, one of the powerhouses of European cricket at the second tier, got relegated. So it shows you how strong cricket is in Europe. Domestically, there is practically nothing going on apart from the midweek, which has always been the mainstay for the last 40-odd years in Gibraltar. 2020 cricket midweek has always been where people are focused on their cricket. Yeah. Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be anything at weekends, which is a real shame, because only as 6-7 years ago there was 4 or 5 teams playing on a Saturday, 50 overs and that, and it just doesn't seem to be happening. It just seems to be numbered, and for whatever reason, it's the same sort of thing with the Cadiz League with the basketball, that the elite are playing and the Joe Average isn't playing and making the effort to think, which is a shame. But I mean, I know they've recently changed their cricket manager. Mark Bakaresi's taken back in charge after Ross Brooks has left Gibraltar for greater things in Scotland, and I think they really need to look at how they are and rebuild cricket from the ground up with the development of the youngsters. I mean, it's not just a summer sport anymore.
Yeah. Gymnastics, which has been a success story for a number of years now.
Yeah, rhythmic.
What's going on there?
I mean, rhythmic gymnastics, they continue the numbers just come through the door. It's amazing to see. I mean, every little girl in Gib seems to be a rhythmic gymnast at some stage or another. But,
it's definitely in.
It's the in thing, and some fantastic performances away. Emma Bossio is currently away with the Great Britain squad, training in Lilleshall. With them with a view to competing in European Championships and beyond.
The likes of Sian Holmes
coming through. Aisling Gonzalez had a fantastic British nationals. There's so many youngsters going away and competing on a regular basis, and not
we all know about Georgina Casal and Nicola Bossio. Yeah. But, speaking to the head coach Sally Holmes, she's told me on various occasions that she reckons that the up and coming crop of gymnasts is stronger than even Georgina and Nicola.
Yeah, I mean, what was a real shame was that we didn't have a representation at the Commonwealth Games with the thing, because the age groups were just too far apart. I mean, but next time, 4 years' time on the Gold Coast in 2018, Gibraltar should have a strong squad, because these girls are already proving and winning against many of the British nations. So I mean, yeah, they'll just keep ticking away.
Yeah, martial arts, John, as an umbrella term.
Lots happening.
Going?
Taekwondo bringing back results and medals every time they go away. The judo club. They couldn't have the parents watching their end of season. The Conroy Brothers Judo Club down in Wellington Front couldn't actually have the parents. They just had it as the pupils for their gradings and stuff, because they've got sheer numbers. Jiu-Jitsu carries on fantastically well. It was the 40th anniversary of the Shotokai Do Karate Club, when they had Sensei Harada come out, and who is synonymous with Gibraltar and karate. Martial arts really has just kicked on. I mean, it's and it goes on its own merry way, and every now and again they give us a call and we go down and see them and give them some praise.
Yeah. Talking about the Commonwealth Games, which you've just come back from, as we can see on your T-shirt there, what were the main highs and lows in Glasgow 2014?
I think
Chris Walker, I'd assume.
I mean, we start at the beginning of the week. I mean, the swimmers always traditionally are the ones first off for us. And it was great in the pool. Chris Walker, who said on the triathlon in Strathclyde Park, up against the Brownleys. It's going to be well documented that the level was out of this world. I mean, Chris was the only non-professional to complete the course, apparently.
At the age of
47. So, yeah, fantastic that he was able to get there. He knew what he had to do. That was his aim and his mission, and he completed it. It was a shame on our other two triathletes, who were very, very creditable runners and cyclists, but were let down really with their swim, which was there were all sorts of technicalities that come into triathlon these days. But going up against the Brownleys, they're absolute machines, and it was just one of those unfortunate things that they didn't make through. Jim Sanderson produced 3 national records in the pool. Young Jordan Gonzalez, in his first ever Commonwealth Games, recorded a national record in the backstroke. And when you then look at Colin Bensardon towards the end, everyone's no, is he going to make another national record? Is he going to last event for him before he did the relays national record?
Yeah.
So incredible performances from there. On the track, disappointing really. Jirai Torres in the sprints 2 seasons best. I think he will come away feeling he could have done a bit better.
Yeah.
If you then look at the final day, you've got Harvey Dixon breaking the Gibraltar 1500 metre national record by some distance.
I want to come on to that in a second. Let's talk about shooting.
Shooting.
We're very strong in that. We have been for years. How do we fare?
I think in their own admittance, they'll say that they were below par on the day of their actual competition. It was a great learning experience. I think what we need to do is we need to look at where we need help. Every one of these shooters now has professional coaches that sit and watch them and analyse them as they're shooting. They get the signal, they come back, they talk to their coaches. I think that's something we need to move into, so that these little problems can be ironed out, because we have got the talent, we have got the ability. It must have been very nerve-wracking for the likes of Natalie Peary and Stephanie Peary shooting in their first Commonwealth Games against world-renowned names on the mat, ready for the shot. And Wayne Peary's 14th place in a high-class field was a highlight. The pistol pair slightly underperformed. Clay had one good day and one bad day. They need to sort of like marry that up so that they have 2 good days.
Yeah.
Because they're not far away. Because after the first round, Kevin was on the leaderboard. But it's sort of lots of things affect, and I think they need
Kevin Cowles. Yeah.
Kevin Cowles. I think they need coaching, and I think they need to take that to the next level. It was great to see squash compete for the first time.
Yeah.
Anthony Brindle on the glass court. Was a magnificent spectacle. I mean, it's just having never played on a glass court. He played a guy from Papua New Guinea and won 3-0, and then lo and behold was on the glass court again later on that day, where he played the number 2 seed for the tournament and put up a credible performance against a guy ranked number 4 in the world. So it was fantastic. The cyclists out on the track, out on the roads of Glasgow for the time trial. It was a very tough time trial. The admittance was the course was very, very tough. all across, there were good performances, but there could have been better performances.
Yeah, listen, John, that's all we've got time for. We've got to plenty of sport, many things that we haven't touched upon. We'll try and touch upon those whenever we can. But for now, thank you very much. And Sports Report is back on your screens in 7 days' time. Until then, good night.